A busy Saturday for police as they're involved in a shooting called to investigate a double shooting and two murders, the most shocking, a young teenage girl reportedly at the hands of a relative. Detectives called to the scene of those incidents within hours of each other this morning, but senior police officials want you to know that they're going to solve these matters in just a few days. Our Altaviz Munnings has been following these stories the entire day and begins our coverage with the police's investigations into those double murders.
Police were called to the intersection of Sunward South and Sunshine Way in the Sunshine Park area of New Providence shortly after 10 o'clock this morning to investigate a murder. Now, what Assistant Police Commissioner Hewlin Hanna told us was that authorities discovered the body of a teenager, a female, at a home through this corner, and they took into custody an immediate male relative. But so far, ACP Hanna could not say whether or not a motive has been determined.
Arriving on the scene, they went to an apartment complex where they found the lifeless body of a young female, believed to be about 15, with significant injury to the neck. That person, we were able to arrest a male relative, an immediate male relative at the scene. He is in custody. He's believed to be about 47 years old. We do not know the circumstances surrounding this particular incident, but we should have this cleared up pretty soon.
Mr. Hanna, to my understanding, the suspect that police have in custody is the father of the victim. Can you confirm that?
Yes, we can confirm that based on the information we have.
Now, while police have yet to officially identify the victim, ZNS News was able to obtain a photo of the teenager, whom we understand from neighbors is Rashay Gibson. Family members informed us she attended the C.V. Bethel Senior High School. While ACP Hanna maintains that this incident surfaced from a domestic dispute, he's advising families facing hostility or tension to address it immediately or call the police for help.
At the end of the day, if you can't get a grip on what is disturbing you as a family, what happens is that because you're in the same house, you're sleeping together, you're eating together, and so all of that, it's like a melting pot, and in a little while you will have a triggering event.
We asked their God that you would just pull up.
The victim's family was lifted in prayer during a vigil outside the home, spearheaded by Pastor Evan Roll of Redeeming of the Time Ministries, who just happened to be in the area with his wife and decided to call on God during this troubling ordeal.
God ain't asking much of us. All he asking for us is just seek him in spirit and in truth, and to be our neighbor's keeper. And this is a moment now when we all should get together as neighbors and hear one another pain, and cry one another cry, and just live as one.
It isn't the phrase prayer that came through this corner this morning, because someone said, Lord, wake me up, and I be all through the corner and on the porch preaching and talking to the young people. And we have a good community, but something went wrong.
Perhaps we need to see more of these things in communities where people who have direct access to a higher power bring our people who are hurting, bring them together and try to stave off some of these very unfortunate situations.
Well, several hours before heading to Sunshine Park, detectives had to get up early to probe a murder at the Juju Club on Johnson Road in Fox Hill. We saw a shirt, a bloody paper, some blood on the road, and the crime scene tape, which was evidence that authorities were there.
They found a white Honda vehicle parked just near a building, and there was a lone occupant in there. This person was in the front seat, the passenger side, with gunshot injury to the head and to the upper body.
It was here on Grand Street in Fox Hill where the country's latest murder victim lived. Now, he was at the club with family and friends just minutes before he died. One of those family members was his mother, Evelyn, who was very distraught by the loss of a second son.
And he said he was going home and I was going home. He was catching a ride and I was catching a ride, but we was going in separate cars. When I heard he got shot, me and my baby was together, and I tell her, when I hear they shoot him, they say, wrongs just get shoot, they shoot wrongs. I say, Sina, come. I say, let's go, they just killed my son, And we come with the car and the truck where she was on, we just run to the car. We saw him just sitting in the car with the blood just draining down his face. It was affecting me bad. I just lose the son at least 3 years back, and now to lose the other one is very hard.
The victim's mother identified her son as Stephen Davis Jr. Now, the mother and his father, Stephen Davis Sr., want justice for their family.
One murder gone unsolved, now another murder. Can't deal with it. Need some answers.
And the Bahamas need to open up their minds and open up their hearts and stop hiding things, and stop doing the bad things. And if you know somebody doing bad things, you need to speak out and show them up, because one day it would happen to you, just like it happened to me.
Now, police advise anyone with any information on any of these murders to contact them as soon as possible. Altaviz Munnings, ZNS News.